All right, let's make some goulash. We're gonna fill a pot about halfway with water. We're gonna get a frying pan out. Boil the water on high. We're gonna get that to a rapid boil. For our pasta, throw in the ground beef. And you can use sausage even if you want to. I have a pound of ground beef. And we're gonna brown that right up. And while that's browning up, go ahead and cut your onion. I like to cut the ends off so it has a flatter base so it's easier to cut. Cut it in, cut it in half. And then just kind of dice it down into your desired size. If you like a little bit chunkier onion in there, chop it up that way. If you like it a little finer, that's good too. It's whatever you want to do, whatever your family likes. And I'm not going to use all of that. I'll probably only use about 1/3 of a cup, and I'll just save the rest for another recipe. So set that aside, and then we're going to go ahead and go back to our ground beef, and we're going to chop it up a little bit. We're going to get it to a little bit more bite-sized pieces, and we're going to continue to brown that right up and add in some of our onions. So we'll just kind of slide them right in there. Yep, just a little more, and let's mix all those in. Get that right where we want it. Then go ahead and grab your garlic press. We're going to get ready. We're going to take a clove of garlic. We're going to chop off the ends. And we're going to just peel the shell, peel the outer layer off. And I like to do this just because it comes out better in my garlic press. But you could chop it by hand, or whatever technique you want to use is fine. Just make it happen if you like garlic. If you don't, skip that part. You don't need garlic. Get the strainer out. And we're going to need pasta, Italian seasoning, and pasta sauce. Get the water to a rapid boil. Add salt to taste. Again, if you like it, add a little more. If you're trying to avoid the salt, you don't have to add quite so much. Add in I like to use half a package of pasta. I try to keep it lower portions because we don't like a lot of leftovers, but we don't mind a little bit of goulash leftovers. Give our ground beef another little stir. Throw in that garlic. Give it a nice squeeze. And sometimes it just needs a little help to come off that press. So I just use my knife and scoop it in there. Get it all dialed in. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to stir it some more. Get that stuff all browned up and mixed all together. We're going to drain that pasta. I taste test it to see if it's done. And then we're going to add the ground beef that was cooked into that pan that the pasta was in. And take the pasta from the drainer, put it back in, and mix it with the ground beef. And I would turn down your burner just a little bit so it's not quite so hot. Add in a jar of pasta sauce, spaghetti sauce, whatever brand you want. I just use a jar of Prego. That's our family favorite. Give it a good stir. We're going to get all that mixed up. Like I say, use whatever brands you want. That's totally up to you. If you like a little more tomato sauce, add a little more. If you don't like it so saucy, take some away. Here we're using just probably about a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. And you can add garlic salt, onion salt, whatever you like for your spaghetti, or your goulash or spaghetti. Go ahead and add that. And it is ready. Well, I just started watching The Good American Family, and it has definitely been an interesting watch. I have not seen any documentaries or, any of the previous things about this story, which I have read that there has been other documentaries on this, but like I said, I haven't watched them. So I know really nothing about anything other than what they're telling me in this show. And so what it's about is this family adopts a little girl from Ukraine who has some kind of form of dwarfism, which I guess her form is like really rare. And so things just are weird from the start. They adopt her, but they have to pay for like past medical bills and all this other kind of stuff, but yet they can't find anything out from the family or, from the adoption agency. She's been returned to adoption, into the adoption system from other families. So it just, I don't know, things don't seem to be adding up. From what I've read too, that the beginning of this series is from like the parents' point of view, and then later on we're going to see some other points of view. So I'm about 3 episodes in, and it's definitely suspenseful, and I keep wanting to watch because it's kind of like a Dateline thing, and you just kind of got to keep watching to figure out what's going to happen. And I would say that I don't hate it, I don't love it, I like it, and I think it's definitely worth a watch, especially if you are into like the Dateline kind of things. I would definitely say give it a try. It's not a waste of time. It's definitely entertainment, and that's what I was looking for, is to be entertained. So I would say it's definitely worth a watch. If you're flipping through the channels, and are looking for something to watch, I would say go for it. I think that it's worth the time.